The next command we've got is change directory. How to change it? So it's just CD on Linux, on Unix. Unix is very minimalist. That's how you do it. It's the spirit to get into when you're using it. So change directory is CD. So we'll change directory to we'll go into the desktop folder or the desktop directory. So we'll type in CD desktop. Okay, and just to check we made it, we will print working directory, and there you go. We are in there now. We are in desktop. So now I'm going to show you. Now you know how to change desktop. I'm going to show you some of the shortcuts that you can use to move around the file system or to find your way around. These shortcuts are this slash, this squiggly line, this double dot, and this single full stop. So I'll show you what they mean. Okay, they're shortcuts. So CD slash, try that, and print working directory. And you see you're in the slash. There you go. And if you list stuff, you'll see all the stuff that's in the root folder, including our home folder there. So if we go into CD home to go into the home folder again, we've seen that basically the slash takes us to the root, and that's what it means. It's the root folder. It's a shortcut to the root folder. So there we go. We're in the home, print working directory. Yes, we're in the home folder, but this isn't my home folder. If we list stuff, we'll see that my home folder, there's Carl, is there, and the rest of my families is there. So I can change directory Carl, CD Carl, and I'm home again. Another way, the next shortcut was the squiggly line, or a tilde it's called. This is basically home. So if I change directory to the root and I'm lost somewhere in the system, all I have to do is CD to change directory back to squiggly line. That brings me home. Let's just check PWD. I'm home. The next shortcut is the double dot. So what that means is go up in the tree. Everything comes from the root in a big tree, and wherever you are, if you want to go back up, you can use dot dot as your shortcut. So we're in slash home slash Carl. If I go CD dot dot and then print working directory, we'll see we're home. So if I go to CD dot dot again, should end up just in the root directory. PWD, yes, and I'm there. And a CD and a wiggly line should take me straight back home wherever I am. There you go. So now we'll list stuff, and we know that there's our desktop directory, so we'll just change directory into there. So change directory, and it says capital D on Unix and Ubuntu. So CD desktop, and you have to type the characters in case sensitive, so they have to be right. CD desktop and PWD, print working directory, and we're in. Okay. I also know you can enter these in as a path. You can actually enter the whole path. If you know where you're going and you know where it comes from, you can do that. So for instance, we'll use our double dot, and we'll say CD double dot full stop, and then you're wanting to go into documents, PWD, and you're there. You can also use the squiggly line and a path from there. So squiggly line home slash desktop, which is the same as home slash Carl slash desktop. That's my home folder, then the desktop folder, and we're in. And we can also use the root if we know where the location is. So we can go slash home slash Carl, which is take us from the root folder into the home folder into the Carl folder, and print working directory. There you go. And list stuff. There's all my stuff. Now the last shortcut is the single dot, which means here. Now obviously it's absolutely useless if you want to change directory to here. But when you're trying to move stuff or copy things, then here is a very good shortcut. So that's what we're going to learn next. Move and copy. So what I'm going to do is, just because we'll get into this later, I'm going to open up my text editor. And I'm going to create a text file. I'm going to save it to my desktop. Just call it something, doesn't matter what. Oops. Let's save it to my desktop. Okay, now we can close that. So if I go cd and then home / capital D desktop and then ls list stuff, I should see my text file there. Perfect. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to learn how to make a directory. So still on our desktop, if you're following along, you'll still be on the desktop. We're going to make directory, which is mkdir, make directory, and we're going to call it something, food or something like that. I don't know. If you can, playing along at home, you'll have seen it popped up on your desktop. You've just created that folder, and now you can list stuff. There it is. There's a folder called food and a text file called fudge, and just give it a long listing. We can see which one's the directory and which one isn't. So we can cd into our food directory, and if we list stuff, we'll see there's nothing in here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to move that file fudge into that folder food. So move command is just mv on Linux or Unix. So how do we find it? Well, print working directory, let's see where we are. We're in the food, so we know that the fudge file is above the folder we're in. It's on the desktop, so we will need to move the shortcut, which for above / the file fudge, and we're going to move it here, as it's vanished off the desktop. If you cd then into your food folder, whoops, I'm in food, aren't I? Well, if then you can just ls, and we'll see it's there. So we can also copy. So we're going to copy, and you can use the whole paths in things. So you know, copy is cp. So you can use like the whole path. We could like copy / home / Carl / desktop / food / fudge 2 / home / Carl, or we could replace that with my home / desktops, whatever. But the idea is to find the shortest way from where you are and to know where you are. That's why we have pwd, and to kind of try and remember what things are. You can actually remember, you can use the shortcuts as well. Home / desktop / food. Okay, but anyway, we've done the move. Now we're going to copy. We're going to copy fudge from here back to our desktop. So I'm in food at the moment, so cp is copy. So I can just copy food from here to above. Oh no, I can't. What's that? Not fudge, I'm so stupid. cp fudge to above. And there you go. And it should have worked. And if you open it up in here, there you go, there's my file fudge there. And it should be on the desktop too. So that's copy, and that's move.